Hybrid and plug-in hybrid vehicles aren't quite living up to their manufacturer's fuel efficiency.
Hang on a sec, why are they talking about hybrids with a picture of a fully electric Nissan Leaf? Hey all, it's Will here, and I was so disgusted with this bit of news that I wanted to take the time to pick it apart. But first, how do we tell the difference between an EV and a hybrid? It's actually not that hard to tell the difference between petrol and electric. Here, this is an electric vehicle. Here, this is a hybrid vehicle. We can see that more easily from the fact that it says hybrid right here. The other way of doing it is, if you look at the back, look, there is a tailpipe for the exhaust to come out of. Is there a tailpipe on this one? No, there isn't. That's because that one is not a hybrid vehicle.
A Consumer New Zealand investigation found among the 10 cars it tested, plug-in hybrids use on average 73% more fuel than claimed, while hybrids averaged 20% more. Business correspondent Corazon Miller reports.
There's no shortage of competitors in the hybrid vehicle market, drawing consumers in with big claims around fuel usage. But Consumer New Zealand's found in some cases what's been advertised falls short of reality.
Probably not going to get what they say you're going to get, especially if you do long road trips in your plug-in hybrids. The most staggering thing that stood out to us was that in the real-world testing that the plug-in hybrids are using a whole lot more fuel than advertised.
The Kia Niro used more than double the fuel the manufacturer claimed. And the Hyundai Ioniq used up to 92% more. Among hybrids, the popular Toyota Yaris ZR saw the biggest discrepancy, using 44% more fuel per 100 kilometres. And while that's still more efficient than cars like this Volkswagen, which is said to use up to 6.6 litres per 100 kilometres, in some cases a small petrol car like this will take you further for less. Ultimately, experts say it's about choosing the right car for your needs.
It comes down to the environment you use it and what sort of loadings you put in the vehicle also too. So again, really look at what you're going to be carrying and what sort of distances you're going to be travelling in the EV vehicle.
Best thing you can actually do is when you take one for a test drive, don't drive it around the block. Try and do your own commute in them if you can.
For those that go hybrid, experts say keeping the battery topped up is the surefire way to keep that fuel usage down. Corazon Miller, One News.
Okay, well that's that absolute garbage excuse reporting finished. Let's get into why this bothers me so much. We need to start by clarifying what this report is actually about, given the fact that they throw these terms around so much. It's referring to hybrid and plug-in hybrid vehicle claims about the efficiency of their fuel use. As you can tell from the graphic on your screen, hybrid vehicles and plug-in hybrid vehicles are very different from electric vehicles. So HEVs use petrol only, but are able to recapture energy from braking, and they use this to supplement their motive power. PHEVs are able to use petrol, or they can charge their battery at home, or from motive power, and they are able to run only on battery. However, their batteries are usually too small to rely on for all-day use, and they may not deliver enough power for going at top speed or up hills.
God, this car is so shit to drive. Like my foot's flat to the floor. I did say limited driving mode.
Which is when the petrol motor kicks in. And then finally, electric vehicles use no petrol at all. So there are dubious manufacturer claims about how much actual fuel savings you can get from using these vehicles. Aside from the factors mentioned in this report, the other issue that has popped up in international studies is that you can only get the fuel savings for a PHEV if you actually plug it in and charge the battery. And if you don't plug it in regularly, as many people don't, as research has found, the CO2 emissions are actually 4 times worse than as advertised. One European NGO's research shows that when driven in combustion engine only mode, i.e. you don't plug it in, hybrid CO2 emissions are higher than conventional cars. The other glaring problem with this segment is that despite showing us more EVs than hybrids, it actually doesn't mention EVs at all. A glaring omission considering that EVs do deliver at least 60% reduction in carbon emissions compared to a conventional car, and they do deliver on their fuel savings claims because using electric isn't a matter of convenience or emission test cheating, it's the only option. So, all in all, an absolute shameful waste of an opportunity to offer good solutions and educate people about what EVs can do, and a completely egregious use of more stock footage of electric vehicles in a segment that, by their own admission, has nothing to do with them. I'd like to rank One News 0 stars.